All right, awesome, guys. Thanks for joining our call tonight. Megan and I actually combined team calls tonight, so it's both of our teams on here. We thank you guys for hopping on. I know a lot of my team were moms and busy and crazy, especially with sporting events going on now. It's really tough at this time. So thank you guys for finding the time to hop on. I'm going to start off and talk about challenge groups, how to promote them, how to run them, and how to keep them alive. And then Megan's going to go and talk about turning your challengers into coaches and promoting the coaching opportunity. So I'm going to go ahead and start, and I'm going to start talking about how to promote your challenge group. First, I think a lot of coaches, especially if you're a new coach, I used to do this at the beginning all the time, is to send out an event invite. Is there anybody that does not know how to create an event invite at all? Can you raise a hand? Everyone knows how to do one? Ari, you don't know how to do one? Okay. I'm going to go here. I'll do it real quick and show you guys where to go. I'm not going to go into detail. I do have a YouTube video that I can send you, Ari. Or you can always, YouTube any of our trainings and whatnot. But I'll go ahead and share my screen real quick just to show you guys real quick. Make this bigger. So on your Facebook, on the left side, if you're on a computer, which is the best way to create your events if you can, is go down to, where is it? Events. And there's a button, Create. You just click on that right there. Upload your photo. It's best to use a Facebook cover type photo. It just fits the best. Put your event name, your location, which is online, anywhere, your home, whatever you want to put in there, your date, the time, and description of it. And then just press Create. And that way you can invite all your friends to that. So I'll stop sharing that real quick. But yes, you want to name it something unique. I am not good at that at all still. I struggle with naming my group something that stands out just because I feel like I've been doing it forever. So it's really hard for me to come up with new names, but I always Google different names and kind of just put different ones together. But you want to come up with a different one every month that you run one. That way you're always sticking out to different people and new people. So for instance, maybe something geared towards moms or brides or something different every time. That way you're always attracting new people and different people. If you're always naming it, 30-day challenge group, it's just going to always attract the same people and it's not going to really stick out to anybody new. So always try to name it something unique every time. Put all the details into your event invite. So like I showed you when Create It, there's a section where you can put all the details. Put everything. Put what you're going to be doing, what they're going to be getting out of it, such as their workout programs, meal plan, all that stuff. And just talk about what you're going to be doing in the group. You're going to be motivating each other, posting recipes, keeping each other accountable, all that stuff. Mention all that because that attracts those people. And invite everyone to that event. Every single person on your Facebook, even if you think it's somebody or you think it's somebody that's not going to be interested at all, those are always the people that want to join. From my experience, everyone that I invite that I'm always like, no, I don't think they're going to want to do it, but I'm going to invite them anyways. They're always the people that want to join instantly. So never ever judge somebody right off the bat. Always invite every single person on your Facebook. And then after I send my event invite out, I usually wait about a week and then I'll message everyone that's on my going section and my maybe section. And I'll just message them something little that says, hey Ashley, how are you? I saw you were interested in my fit group coming up. Just something simple like that, because they're always going to answer yes or no, or yeah, give me more information, anything like that. And that's why I like event invites, because it's an easy way to start the conversation. It's just not a random conversation you're starting. It's, they already saw your invite and they put interest into it, so you can just automatically message them and say, hey, I saw you're interested. So I love those all the time. And then another way to promote your challenge group is in your post. Get creative in your post. You can post different things such as, I like when people post how much their containers actually look like. outside of the containers, because I know a lot of people think that, you know, with those little containers, you're not really eating much, but once you actually put it on a plate, it's a lot of food. So I like when people promote that way. You know, a picture of you doing a workout, you know, sweaty selfie, anything unique. My one coach, Sarah Roach, she's on here. She's actually really good at getting creative with her posts. I know she goes on Google and looks up different ideas and just puts like 5 different ideas she comes up with all together in one post, and they're awesome. Let's see, mention in your text about your upcoming group in that post too. You don't have to always, you know, say, hey, I'm looking for 5 new people, or I have 2 spots left. You don't always have to do that. You can always just put, you know, about the workout you just did. You love it. You're sweaty from it. And then at the bottom, you can post, if anyone wants to join my next 30-day online group that starts in a week, comment below or message me. Or sometimes I'll just put my email there too for them to email me. As long as you're always mentioning it, then that's really good too. And then also with your posts, always message everyone that likes and comments on your post. Again, even if it's somebody that you don't think would ever be interested in what you're doing, just, you know, step out of that comfort zone, message them and say, hey, I saw you liked my fitness post, so I wanted to personally invite you to my next online fit group. Would that interest you at all? Just something like that. Because again, just like your event invite, it's an easy way to contact somebody. It's not random. They liked your stuff, so message them and see if they're interested in it. Another way to promote challenge groups is to personally message and follow up with people. For me, I do a lot of random invites too, besides, you know, relationship building. I'll do personally message. I'll go through my friends list sometimes and just pick random people I haven't talked to and just say, hey, Ashley, how are you? Right now I'm sending out a few personal invites to my next 30-day online fit group where we focus mostly on fitness and nutrition, and we just have fun and keep each other accountable. Would that be something that interests you at all? So that's what I do for my random invites. And then for follow-ups, always follow up with, you know, your old no's and people that you have invited in the past. Because sometimes the current time is not the right time for anybody or everyone. So I've had people that I talked to 2 years ago that have joined me recently. So even if it wasn't a good time for them then, it might be a good time for them now. So always follow up with those people, even if it's just saying, hey, wanted to see how you were doing. You don't have to always say, hey, I wanted to see if you were still interested in my group. A follow-up can be anything. You know, you can just see how they're doing. You know, rebuild that relationship up with them. Okay, so now we're going to go on to how to run your challenge group. You want to pick a start and end date. Always, so people know when it's going to start, how long it's going to be, when it's going to end. Be prepared on your postings. I'm sure Megan has this too. I have this in my Diamond Odyssey group. Is in our files tab, we have a couple different files where there's already pre-made challenge group postings for you, so you can literally just copy and paste those. I like those for new coaches, but I don't always like to use those just because I like to put my own spin on it too and change it up, you know, depending on how I'm feeling that day too. Sometimes I like to do something different. And also, does anybody in here use the Challenge Group Tracker app? I do. Not many?
I haven't. I haven't used it yet.
I love it. My first group, I actually hated it just because it seemed like it wasn't very personable, and it kind of seems that way a little bit now, but the more I do them only on that app, the more, you know, people are getting into it. My challengers love that they can log in their Shakeology, log in their workouts, and they can, you know, write their own notes to themselves and put their pictures in there, all that stuff. So I love it for that fact. And also in that Challenge Group Tracker app, they have an easy section. So when you're getting ready to do your posting for the day, over on the right, there's a little challenge group guide. You can click on it, and you can literally click on any program. I normally use the multi-program one, and there's tons of posts in there you can copy and paste. Pictures, posts, all of that. And you don't always have to copy and paste. You can always just look at it to get an idea of what you want to create a post of your own. Give them your time and do not miss on posting. Set some time aside, just like you set time aside for yourself to do your workouts and, all the stuff that you have to do for yourself. Set time for your challengers too, because that's what they're joining for. That's what they're getting their challenge pack for. That's what they're coming to you for. It's for your time. Set some time aside. Make sure you are going through your challenge groups and commenting on everyone's posts, commenting back on all their comments. Make sure you're answering questions, helping them out, and never miss your posting. Sometimes I have, missed a day on accident or whatnot, and I always own up to it, apologize. They love it. They love the honesty, so always do that. But I suggest if you are very busy, I know a lot of us are moms and, you work other jobs too. So if you're really busy and you can't set aside, that time and you don't want to miss the posting, then you can use Hootsuite, Buffer. If you do use the Tracker app, they have a little section on the side too where you can schedule all your posts for the entire month in that app, which is pretty cool. So you'll never miss that posting in there too. So I like that of that too. Utilize your new coaches. And what I mean by that in your challenge groups is I have new coaches so in my groups, I'll post from Monday through Thursday, and then I'll have my new coach post from Friday through Sunday. So that way they're kind of getting a feel of, running a challenge group with you. They're not alone. And you can kind of keep an eye on them and, give them the tools to run it on the weekends just so they build up their confidence to run their own challenge group. And then I also like to utilize my challengers with postings too. So if I find, and I'm sure Megan will actually talk about this, but when I find, challengers that are always posting, participating, sometimes I'll, contact them and say, this day I might be really busy. Is there any way you can take over and post for us? And that's a really good way to give them the confidence, and maybe they will be interested in coaching later on by having that little type of leadership in your group. So I love doing that too. And then lastly, I'm going to talk about keeping your challenge groups alive. We were just talking about this in the beginning of this call. It's a struggle to keep your challenge groups alive, especially after, let's say, week 2. Once week 2 rolls around, everyone's like dead. No one wants to participate anymore. And everyone struggles with that. It's not just new coaches. Everyone does. So what I like to, the tips I like to give is to have a variety of posts. You want to have recipes, different fitness tips. And, you don't have to be a fitness pro or anything. Google different tips, learn different tips, and share those with your group. Make it family oriented too. Like, post about, what you're doing with your family. It doesn't always have to be fitness and health related. Make it like our challenge groups. We aren't just fitness and health and business. We post about our family and we encourage each other. So make it fun. And also run mini challenges in there. You can do like plank challenges, push-up challenges. Let's see. Different like unique yoga poses I've done before, different things like that, little mini challenges, and maybe you can offer a prize for the person that posted the most pictures during that challenge, something like that. Just make it fun. And lastly I have for that one is I just started doing a weekly point system, and I'll actually share that with you guys right now just to show you. I created this for my team, and it helps a lot. And if you guys want me to send this to Megan too, I can send that to her. This is actually based on the Challenge Group Tracker app too. See right here. So I have a new point system for each week. So week 1, I have a few different things. So I let them pick what they want. They can do all of them if they want to, but for the entire week, they have from Monday through Sunday to rack up points for themselves. So for week 1, introduce yourself with a picture, 2 points, and you can only do one of these options one time. So if you want to do them all, that's great, but you cannot do one thing 2 times and get points for it 2 times. Take before pictures and measurements, 1 point. Share a picture of you throwing a bad food item away, 3 points. Share your why of being in this group, 5 points. And then because I use the Challenge Group Tracker app, I have log in your Shakeology and log in your workout for 1 point per day. So they can do that every day of that week and get 1 point every day for those. And that's because, in the app, it gives you the choice every day to log in your Shakeology, log in your workout, all that stuff. And then what I do is I think it's Monday, I will announce a winner. So what I do is every week on Monday, there's one winner, the highest point person, and they win a small prize. If you do not want to give a prize away every week, which is totally understandable, do it for maybe just one prize for the month. So they rack up all these points for the entire month every week, and then the person with the highest points gets, a nice prize. I'll show you my other ones. Week 2 point system. I try to make them different depending on how that week is. So like second week, we'll share favorite fruit, share an activity you like, share a picture of your future dream outfit your goal is to fit into, different things like that. Week 3, share your favorite Shakeology recipe, create a goal board, share a YouTube video. And then week 4 is share one goal you want to be completed by the end of this week, post your favorite summertime healthy recipe, and etc. I just started doing this in my group now, and so far it's been great. Everyone's been posting, so I think this definitely helps to keep them alive, keep it fun. Everyone loves free stuff. So, what I've been doing is just giving away like little Energized sample packs. What else do I have? Sometimes I'll buy like extra of the portion containers, hand that out. Fixate cookbook, any of our sampler packs, anything. You can go to Target and they have really cool, I found like really cool cute bags, and there's different things you can put in it too. Anything you want to give out. I like to, mainly give out prizes that are Beachbody related, just because we have so many products that nobody knows about, such as like our pre-workouts. I know we have beauty products that no one even knows we have. The different boosts too, Shakeology Boost. Any of that stuff, I like to, keep it Beachbody related, just because it, it makes them aware of the other items that we have other than our challenge packs. So I'll stop sharing that. And that is all I have on challenge groups, and I'll turn it over to Megan, and she'll talk about, converting those challengers into coaches.
Thank you so much. So I just took like a page and a half of notes. So that was like really, really awesome. I love what you said about how you will ask a challenger to step up and kind of like help you out. I've never done anything like that before, and I've never thought to. So that was like an awesome tip. I'm definitely going to start doing that. And then I love that you run mini challenges. I've done that too. That works out really well. And now the summer sale is on right now. I mean, you can get like Hip Hop Abs for like $3. So like lots of really awesome stuff. The Core Comfort Mat, I have that too. That's a great prize. Like I'm obsessed with mine. That's part of the sale also. I definitely need to order Energize packets because I love Energize, and that would be like such an easy thing to be giving away. I used to give away E&E, and I don't know why. It's just funny. Like you just need to be reminded of things sometimes, because I'm totally going to order some like when we end this call. So I would love if you would share that weekly point system that you just showed, because we've used point systems in the past, and I know that like our upline has like graphics, but yours are a little bit different. Like there were some things I saw on those that we've never done before. So I would love if you would share those with me. So I put them on my TV.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, they're really good. And I love how some of them kind of match up with the post that you're doing that day. So they're already kind of like reading your post and then engaging on that and then getting like points for it too, which is kind of cool. So that was awesome. Thank you so much. And yeah, so basically, like Ashley just said, like, we run these challenge groups every month, and we put people into these challenge groups every month. And then the end goal really should be to have them become coaches. And before we got on this call, I wanted to do a little statistic for you guys. I went through and I have 80 personally sponsored coaches across my 3 business centers. Let me take a drink. And I went through and counted out of all 80 of those coaches, how many of them started with me in a challenge group. And it was 74 of them.
Wow.
So the challenge group is really important. So out of 80 coaches, there's only 6 of my coaches who came to me wanting to be a coach without already having been in one of the challenge groups. And the reason being is it's the transformation story. It's that transformation story that a coach has that makes them want to coach. That's where it all starts. It all starts with that like amazing transformation, which is why the challenge groups are so important and Success Club is so important. Now, whether it's a discount coach or it's a selling coach, it doesn't matter. In order to have a high income in this business, you have to grow a team, which means you have to be adding coaches. And I always teach my team like the 1 in 10 rule. So, and you figure, just to kind of break it down, to go diamond, you need what? 8 coaches, and 2 of them have to be emerald, right? So that means they have to have 2 coaches under them. So that's another 4 coaches. So in order for you to go, diamond, it's kind of a 12 coach process. And at the end of finding all 12 of those coaches, how many coaches do you have that are actually working the business? 2 of them. So that's why it's important to not just go find coaches that want to work the business, but it's important to find those like loyal customers that have an amazing transformation, that are always going to be moving on to the next program, that are going to stay loyal to their Shakeology, that are going to drink Recover, that are going to drink Energize, that are going to do all the things that we do, but just really aren't interested in putting themselves out there the way we do and are getting everything that they need in the challenge group. So the first thing I do is obviously, I go for Success Club. Once I have the challengers and I have the Success Club in the bag, I put them in my challenge group and I make sure that I'm just creating like a loyal customer. And from there, I will move on and make sure that I do Shakeology follow-ups on every single person in that group. If you purchase the challenge pack from me, you are getting offered the coach discount. So what I'll do is, today's June 7th. So let's say somebody orders a challenge pack from me today. I'll go to July 7th. I'll count back 5 days. And on my like iCalendar on July 2nd, I'll type in like Ashley shake follow-up. And then I know like 5 days prior, I'll go to my calendar that morning when I do my power hour and I'll message her and I'll say, hey, Ashley, just wanted to touch base again. Like you're really killing it in our challenge group. How are your results? How are you liking everything? I just wanted to remind you that your Shakeology is going to ship out again in 5 days. Do you wish to receive it? And I just kind of leave it at that. And she'll write me back and either be like, you know what, I do like it, but it's really expensive and I just can't swing it. I had great results. Thank you so much. Like they give me like the whatever. And either I can kind of like take the excuse that they're making and kind of like walk them into like coaching for income, or I can just help them cancel it, because to me, it's not worth having an upset customer who gets that bag that ships out. Like it's just not worth it to me. I think that coaches who allow that to happen are the reason that like these MLMs kind of get a bad name, because if you're serious about building your business, you want to do it with integrity and you want to provide good customer service for your customer. So that follow-up goes a long way. What's not going to go a long way is having somebody pissed off who just got charged $130, maybe even overdrafted their account. Who knows? It's just not good business practice. So, and then a lot of times they'll write back and be like, yes, I love it. Like I definitely want to get another bag. I want to change my flavor, whatever. And I'll very simply say, okay, awesome. We need to sign you up for the discount then. That's all I say. I keep it really simple. And then, they'll either write me back and be like, okay, cool. What's that entail? And I will literally tell them as simply as I can possibly make it. I will use the least amount of words possible to explain the coaching discount. Because I find that when you write them back, this gigantic script of the coaching, with like a spreadsheet of like the breakdown of the numbers and the discount and the long-term savings and blah, 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 I feel like they're getting sold to, and it just kind of like shuts them down and turns them off. Where if you're like, okay, let's do this like as cheap and easy as possible, boom, 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 done. Like I keep it literally as simple as possible. It's like 2-line interactions back and forth until it's done.
Can you give an example?
An example?
Yeah, can you give an example of how you would say that?
Yeah. I think I have one in my team page. Hang on. And the reason I do this, because I used to have these like scripted copy paste. I don't copy paste this ever. I literally type it out every single time. Because I used to have these scripted copy paste that I would send to people. And one day I messaged a rodent and fields rep and asked her about an eye cream. And she sent me like an 11-page clinical study and like all these statistics and all these like doctor facts. And I was like, what the F? Like, I don't have time to read through this. And I never bought the eye cream. So when that happened, I was like, oh my God, like, we don't have time. You know what I mean? Like, make it easy for me. Like, if you want me to sign up for something for a discount, you got to make this as simple and as easy for me as possible. If you send me back 3 pages of information about it, I don't want to do it. Like, I don't have time kind of thing. So let me see. I'm pretty sure. Like, I think I took a picture of one of my conversations and posted it once. Let me see. That's not it. I'm scrolling. Okay, there's one other place it could be, and if not, I can kind of maybe come back.
Okay, don't worry then.
That's okay. I can kind of. I post a lot of pictures. So here I have a girl that I think this might be. Nope, that's not it either. Okay, but you know what? I'll find it for you, and I'll send it to Ashley.
Okay.
But basically, I'll just be like, you know, then we need to get you a discount on it, blah, 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 blah. And then I'll say, you know, you're going to get 25% off all your purchases. Your shake's going to be $99. There's going to be a $15 one-time fee. And, you know, you're going to end up, you know, once a month fee. And then you're going to end up saving, you know, money in the end. Just like before, this can all be canceled and modified at any time. And I just kind of leave it at that. And then they're like, okay, cool, sign me up. I send them the link. And then once they're signed up, you know, I'll say to them, like, let me know when you're going to do it. I'll be on the computer. I can help you out, blah, blah, blah. And then I show them how to get like their $40 one-time fee back. But I do it like step by step by step by step. It's not like all vomited onto them, like at the same time. So I do that. And I do that for everyone. Every single person that buys a challenge pack from me gets offered the shake discount. And most people tell me yes, because I do it really confidently. I do it really simply. And I just make it sound like it's what, you know, you need to do, because it is. It is what you need to do. And then if they tell me no, I'll revisit it. So like if they tell me no and I see like another shake ship out for like $132, like they got it, they kept it, they still like it. Like the next month, I might offer them like the 140 challenge pack or something like that. Like I keep revisiting it. I have like, I think 3 customers that aren't coaches that actually like renew their Shakeology. I have like none. I pretty much have all of them converted to coaches. So that's just something I do there. Throughout my challenge groups, I will do a ton of breadcrumbing with them, like in private messaging. So they, you know, if there's somebody who's like really participating, really posting, like really commenting, I'll send them little side messages and be like, oh my God, your post today was awesome. Like, thank you so much. Like, you know, it motivated and inspired so many people. Or I'll send them little jokes like, damn girl, you're killing it. Like, you should lead the challenge group. Like, I'll say stuff like that. So like all my coaches or all my challengers that I think would make good coaches to actually want to like work the business. And I will give them like all that encouragement and motivation as I can throughout the whole challenge. That way at the end, when you present the coaching opportunity, it suddenly doesn't sound so crazy because you've already told them, you know, that they have the makings of a good coach. Like you've given them all those compliments along the way, because compliments and recognizing people's efforts goes a long way. And it's a fourth vital behavior now. So that recognition that, you know, we give our teams, like we need to give that to our challengers as well. So whenever you can like spotlight a challenger or give them a shout out within the challenge group, like you should do it. So in our challenge group yesterday, I had a guy post that he lost, I think it was 40 pounds. I have to go back and check, but his pictures were freaking fantastic. He had been messaging me on the side that, you know, he kept saying he wanted to share them, but was like scared to press the send button. Finally sent the send button. It was the first time. He's been working with me for, I think, 3 months now. It was the first time he ever posted like his before and afters, and they were incredible. And he had just this amazing story about how he was going to wear like a tank top or be able to just be in his bathing suit with his kids this summer, and just how much better he felt. And I literally went to my team page and was like, guys, this man really went out of his comfort zone with this post. Like we need to go like show him support. And then, you know, you can get your team on board, like just continuing to show that support and like all the coaches. And then it creates that sense of community that we have with our coaches as well, because it's like a whole other awesome thing that they can be a part of. Like if, I always say to people, if you think our challenge groups are good, you really need to join our team, because our team is taking our challenge groups to a whole nother level of like community and support and like mindedness and just fun and accountability and all that stuff. So I use that a lot in my communications with like challengers. What else? I have a bunch of notes. I always tell this to my team. It is selfish of us not to offer the coaching opportunity. Selfish, 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 selfish. People came to us for a reason. Every single person on this call, how many people are on this call right now? 19 people. How many of you think that your life is worse because of Beachbody? Raise your hand. No one. Okay. So you cannot keep that to yourself. Like, you know, obviously you don't want to just go asking any Tom, Dick, and Harry because you're looking to grow a team of like-minded people. You have an idea of the kind of person that you want to work with in mind. You don't want to just be like adding to the masses or anything like that. But if someone came to you and is in your challenge group and wanting to make change, you have to offer them a coaching opportunity. You have to at least mention it. Even if you just mention it slyly, like I said, I'll say to people all the time, like, girl, you should be running the next challenge group. You're practically a coach. Look at you go. You're doing a better job of this than I am. Like I will tell people that all the time, and I'll say it because it's true. I'm not lying. Another thing I do is I plan a coach opportunity at least once a month, and I've been doing it twice. Now I'm at a point where I'm starting to kind of have trouble recruiting challengers, and I'm starting to recruit more coaches. And that's only because I've been in this business a lot longer than probably most people on the call. But if you are able to time it out so that your coach opportunity call is like the same week that your challenge group is ending, or like the week after, do that, because you have a whole pool of people that you can invite to that call. You're going to have people that are ready and willing and energized and have amazing results that they can then turn around and share when they become a coach. And they can say, this is why I became a coach, because I have this amazing transformation story. I have these awesome results. I'm becoming part of this amazing community. And it's been a really positive impact on not just my life, but my family, whatever, you know, the circumstances are, all the reasons that we're here on this call. So being able to do that at the end of your challenge groups is huge. Now, what I do is I promote the coach opportunity practically, depending this month. If you're going to go back and look at like my Facebook page later, this month's a little off for me because we're traveling. We've been at the beach since Friday. We came home today. We're going back tomorrow. We're going to be there till next Saturday. So I kind of like simplified some things this month just to give myself a little bit of a break, so I'm not like working on vacation. But what I will do is I will typically post about the coaching opportunity every Sunday and Monday. And then on Tuesday, I try and do a Transformation Tuesday, and I will alternate them so that they're physical and financial. Like if I can kind of like, that's my best intention. It doesn't always happen that way, but in my mind, that's in a perfect world how I would do it. And the reason that I promote the coaching opportunity on Sundays and Mondays is that's when people are more inclined to make change. That's when more people are inclined to sit there in the evening and think, how much they hate their job, or how they wish they had more flexibility, or how they wish they had extra income because they went out on Friday and Saturday and spent more money than they should, or how they take their kids to school on Monday and they wish they could afford them a better daycare or a better private school, or, you know, whatever it is. So that's why I like to do that on Sundays and Mondays. Now, what I've done lately, the past 2 times, and this has worked out really well for me, is I used to do a Zoom like we have right now, and I would message everyone and invite them and then get them the Zoom link. And I just found like that was becoming kind of like a process for my people. Because they're like, oh, I gotta download this thing, and then people are gonna see me. And I felt like it was just one extra step. And like I said, I like to simplify everything. Like the least amount of steps possible for people, I think the better like engagement you're gonna get. So what I've started doing is doing the last 2 times I've done my Glimpse into Coaching calls with Google Hangout. And I think you can do them on YouTube Live. And then I know my upline coach, Angela, she has done YouTube Live on her computer and then put her phone on a tripod and ran Facebook Live at the same time while she was talking. So she was on like 2 medias at the same time. And the reason that I like to do this is what I was doing when I was promoting the coaching opportunity the past 2 months is I was doing my post, like promoting the coaching opportunity, talking about when our call was going to be, and then saying that the link to join was in the comments. And then I would drop that link into the comments, and I would put that on my like page, and I would put that on my Instagram, and I would put that on my Facebook profile page, and I would put it within my challenge groups that I run, or anywhere that I could drop it, I would drop it. And then as soon as you're done the call, the link converts, and then it lives in that comment section for all eternity. So what ends up happening is, especially on your like page, as you're adding new likers, what happens when you add new likers? They start scrolling back through your posts. And like, so my one call that I just did has 223 views. Okay, I've never had 223 people on a Zoom call. So I feel like I'm getting more interaction that way. The only thing I don't like about it is I can't see the people that are on. But if you do a good job with your inviting to the call, you should be following up with them anyway. So if you invited 10 people to the call, you have 4 getting on. I mean, you're going to message those 4 people when the call is over and follow up with them and see if they watched it, and if they didn't watch it, and if they did watch it, what do they think about it? And if they didn't watch it, then you can send them like the link, because what ends up happening is it automatically converts right over to your YouTube. So I have found that that has been a really great way to get more interaction. Now, the last one that I did, I actually signed a coach off of it that same night. And she messaged me and was like, hi, my name's Elizabeth. I've been watching you for a while now. I think it was like a year. I've been watching you for like a year now. She's like, and I'm ready to do this. I'm going to sign up as a coach. I had never spoken to her before ever. And she happened to be like sitting on the couch that night and watched the call. So I was really pleased with that. And, that really worked out. So that's something that I'm finding is working out for me better than like these Zoom calls that I used to be doing. The other thing is, if you're not using Facebook Live, it's a really great way to get personal and make that personal connection with people. So we do these Zoom calls and these like face-to-face interactions because they're so much more effective than anything you're going to put into text. So, I haven't perfected it. Shalene has been getting on and doing a lot of talking about Facebook Live. Think about breadcrumbing using Facebook Live. Talk about little things that you love about your job, that you love about your challenge groups, that you love about what this opportunity affords for you, the flexibility, the working from home, when your kids are sick, whatever it is. Get on there. Don't be so dependent on your upline to share the coaching opportunity. I think, and at least this is kind of the experience on my team, I'm sure Ashley's is the same because we have the same rank. We're both 4-star diamonds. I have a lot of coaches that'll come to me and be like, I just don't think I can talk about the coaching opportunity the same way you do because I don't have like the same success that you do, or I don't have the income that you do. And it kind of makes me chuckle because, everyone has to start somewhere. And, what attracts people to me is not going to be what attracts people to you. Like, it's all about sharing you. People are going to connect with you. Yeah, Ashley and I are 4-star diamond coaches. I'm a premier coach. Nobody knows what the hell that means. Nobody knows what that means at all. And nobody comes into this business saying, hey, Megan, it's me. I've been watching you for like 6 months now. And you know what? I could really use an extra $100,000 a year. Like, nobody is going to come to me and say that ever. Nobody thinks that they're going to be capable of that in the beginning. Nobody thinks that that's going to be realistic for them. Nobody thinks that they're going to have the time for that. So it's really all about just finding out what everybody's little something extra is, because that's really where it all starts. So like for me, it started with a discount. I signed up for a discount. I swore I would never do a video. I swore I would never do burpees online. I swore I would never have a fitness page or anything like that. And, you know, it just turns into more and more and more and more and more. So if you think that like what you've gotten out of coaching is insignificant, it's not. It's definitely not. It's going to be very significant to someone else, because when I started as a coach, my first paycheck was not very much. It was like $29. But then my second paycheck was like $115. And I was like, oh my God, like I had just quit my job. I had just had a baby. We had all these NICU bills. My husband had gotten laid off. And I was like, oh my God, we have like an extra $115 this week. Like that is freaking awesome. Like awesome. Like I can go to Target without tallying in my head, like what's in my cart right now, and not be scared when I go to check out that it's going to be too much. So there's always going to be someone looking for a little something extra. And there's very rarely going to be anyone who's going to come to you looking for a 6-figure income. So just remember that. And then I think that's kind of all I had. So yeah, and like I was just getting into, I have right here, don't be dependent on your upline. Don't be dependent on your upline to run a once a month or once every 2 week coach opportunity call to be able to talk about like the awesome things that coaching provides. Like make a list of like all the things you love about coaching, and like each one of those things, like just especially leading up to a coach opportunity call, that's a really great time to do it. Just kind of hop on and talk about like the things that you love, and just kind of like break them down and keep them kind of generic, not like beach body, beach body, beach body, beach body, but like, you know, like for me, I'm probably going to get on because Friday we went down to the beach. We were supposed to come home on Sunday. We decided to skip school on Monday. We stayed until today. Like that kind of flexibility I never, ever, ever had before. And like I got to stay at the beach, play with my son, toes in the sand. Like, and when we were driving home today, like it really hit me like a ton of bricks, like just how amazing my life is because of coaching. Like I literally have the freedom that like I had always dreamed of, not 3 weeks vacation and getting docked an hour if I clocked in at 8:15 instead of 8 o'clock. Like it just, sharing stuff like that really goes a long way. Like connecting with the emotional part of what we do really goes a long way. Goes a long, 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 long way. I have a lot of coaches now because I've gotten a lot better at the way I post and the way I share. A lot of people coming to me saying, I really feel like you were just talking to me, like when I read your post. So really get emotional, really share like your why you do this, because the why that you have for this business is definitely someone else, especially if you're adding the right people when you add to your network every day and you're talking to the people that you want to attract. So, you know, just don't be afraid to share what you love about this business and what it's done for you. That's kind of all I have. Is there anything you wanted me to add to that, Ashley, or anybody have any questions?
No, that was really, really good. I would love for you to send me a link to one of your coach opportunity calls, just so I can see maybe how you run them, your live ones.
Yeah, actually, I have it right here because I wanted to see how many views I had on it.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I used to run them and then I stopped.
Before we got on the call, I checked it. So I'll drop it right in the comments.
Perfect. Thanks.
How do you do yours?
I stopped doing them. I did them when I probably stopped doing them probably like 8 months ago. I would do the calls where they would just call in a number and our team would share that. So one coach would run it one time, then another coach would run it another time. But there was never anyone on those, so I stopped doing those. And then we tried doing a webinar a couple times too. And I just feel like nobody was on it, so it was kind of just my own thing where I wasn't consistent with it at all. So it's just something that I need to get back on and be consistent with it.
Yeah, I actually, this month I'm not going to do 2, but I actually got to the point where I was starting to do 2 of them. And then another thing I like to do is like I do one and then I'll see if like another diamond coach on my team wants to do like a second one that we can invite people to.
Idea.
That always works out really well. And then that gives them a chance to like step up. I have slides that I use. I just dropped the call in the comment section and I'm messaging it to you right now.
Awesome. Got it.
Yeah, try that. What I like about that is like, what's the worst thing that's going to come of it? It ends up in your YouTube library.
Right.
And you have it for later. But I feel like with these, it's like, if you don't get a lot of people on, it can feel like super defeating. And you're like, why did I even bother doing this? Now I got to process this call that nobody watched. So I'm not going to put it on YouTube because it looks lame. Now, I've never had like a lot of luck with like the sneak peeks. Like personally, I feel like I try and keep as minimal amount of groups going as possible, because when I get all those, I mean, I turn off all my notifications, but when I have to check in on a lot of groups, it makes my head kind of feel like it's going to explode. Like it makes me feel like there's too much on my plate. So I feel like this is a more simple way for me to at least get the conversation started with everyone about coaching and like taking the next step. I do have coaches on my team that have had success with like the Glimpse groups. And then I have coaches who have done Glimpse groups as the last week of their challenge. I've never tried that either, but they run like a 21-day challenge. And then for those who are interested, they will do another 3 to 5 days where it becomes like a coaching sneak peek.
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah, before you close the group out. And you can let them know that they're going to do it. And if they're truly not interested, like they can leave the group.
Right. Yeah. We were doing the sneak peek group too for a while. And it just, after a while, it was just like nobody was in it. So
yeah,
I have a website and I just created a section and literally posted every post in there. And then we just kind of just use that right now. So we'll send that link to somebody that's interested in it. They can see all those posts.
Yeah, see, that's really cool. And then my upline, Angela, has done like a 1-day glimpse into coaching where every 30 minutes, like a video gets posted throughout the day. And at the end of the day, she does a Zoom like Q&A for anyone who wants to get on. And she'll just kind of like shoot the shit with you, which has gone really well. And what's cool about doing something like that is you can just leave the group open. And if you have someone who's interested, you can be like, all right, I'm going to pop you in here, scroll through these, 10 posts. And then when you're done, let me know and we'll chat.
Right. Yeah.
And you can kind of hop on with them that way. But try this like YouTube live, because I feel like it's cool to be like, I'm going live, I'm doing this live webinar, blah, 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 blah. Invite a friend.
I feel like more people will want to watch it when it's live.
Yeah, and like they don't need to be seen. So like, and I'll say in the post even, like, if you're just kind of nosy about what I do, check it out. And I do think that people are nosy and kind of watch it because they're just curious more than anything else. But it plants a seed. And then as they start to follow my posts more over a 3 to 4 month period, eventually, like you said, with the challenge groups, that person's going to come around and it'll be the right time. Even if it wasn't now, it helps plant a seed.
So true.
So yeah, I think that's it.
Anybody have any questions at all? On challenge groups, coaching?
And if you don't have a dream team list of your 100 people, you have to do that. That way when Ashley comes back to you and she's got like the dates and stuff of like when she's going to try this, you have people to invite from besides just your challengers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that ongoing list, I'm always adding to it.
Absolutely. All right, awesome. No questions at all? Cool. All right, great call. Thanks so much.
Thank you. I know. Thank you so much. And then if you don't mind, just send me those point systems.
Yes, I'll do that now. And I'll send you the link to this call as soon as I upload it too.
Yeah, awesome. I'll drop it in my team page tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
All right. Bye, teams.
Bye.
Happy Tuesday.